actual design for a space weapon that could create the spectacle witnesses saw in the skies above Utah and Nevada. Its name is Thor.
One of the first things you learn about space and war, take the high ground, boy, or they'll kick hell out of you in the valleys. And that's just an extension of that, to take the high ground.
Jerry Pournelle is most famous for writing amazing science fiction, but he has an interesting past.
Before Jerry Pournelle became a famous sci-fi writer, he was working at Boeing in the 50s, and this notion of Project Thor was one of his ideas.
Project Thor. Like the hammer of the god, it's a simple but devastatingly effective concept.
You take about say a 20-foot chunk of a telephone pole made out of high tungsten steel, and you put GPS receiver in it. You put that sucker into orbit, and there isn't any target on Earth I can't destroy with it.
It's pretty simple. If you have something big in space and you drop it down to Earth, it's going to have a huge amount of kinetic energy when it arrives.
There isn't much defense. In fact, there is no defense. You're Saddam Hussein and you build yourself a bunker 30 feet underground, right? Pretty hard to get you out of there. Not with Thor, it isn't. Basically, if I can see it, I can kill it within half an hour.
Taking out a hard target like an underground bunker would usually require the messy, destructive power of a nuclear missile. Thor brings all the power, but with pinpoint precision and no radioactive fallout.
If you can deliver an object at 12,000 feet per second, I don't need a warhead. It's not radioactive at all. It's just momentum energy. There's no explosion as you think of an explosion. It isn't mass that makes a big hole in the ground. It's how fast it's moving.
No warning. No emanations, no radar, very difficult to detect and almost impossible to stop. The impact would be amazing and dramatic.
With just a few of these Project Thor platforms in space, you could deliver material on target almost anywhere in the world within a few minutes.
You could probably level half a city block with a single impact.
In the 1950s, the cost of deploying payloads as heavy as Project Thor by rocket was prohibitive. So, according to official sources, the project was dropped. But it wasn't forgotten.
During the 70s, the Air Force actually did a serious project on design, and I'm told that something was done during the 90s, too.
The desire to have a weapon system like Thor operational drove the development of experimental spacecraft capable of flying into orbit and returning to Earth.
That's why we tried to develop reusable spaceship.
Well,
then something like Thor became much cheaper, much more practical.
This 1993 footage is from...
Imagine a drone is the kindergarten in this field. This is the graduate school.
It costs too much to put them up there. But boy, once they're there, it's very easy to activate them, and they're really pretty doggone accurate.
Officially, the USA has no Thor platforms in space.
We have no way of knowing if there's a Project Thor platform in space right now, but if there is, I sure hope it's got a US flag on it.